Hey guys, let's talk a little bit about the dynamics of worship song. The bass is really a big part of the dynamics of a worship song, and the reason that it is because the bass has kind of got a dual role on the worship team. I mean, we're playing notes, which is a part of the chords that the guitars are playing, the keyboards are playing. So we're adding to the melody, so to speak, but we're also staying in sync with the drums. So we're kind of got playing with the percussion too. So we've got one foot in the strings and one foot in the percussion. So we're the only real instrument that kind of has that same dual role in the on the worship team. So most worship teams do have a dynamic feel where it kind of builds up and comes down, and you're playing, you're not playing, you're playing 16th notes, you're playing whole notes. But a few of the songs we do are, especially the more upbeat songs, you're playing the whole song from start to finish. The song starts, you play, when it's done, you're done. But most of the songs aren't like that. I'd say 95% of the songs that we play, the bass comes in, on the chorus. And, what I call that part where the bass comes in that's the part when the song really starts, okay? So maybe I'm a little, opinionated about the importance of the bass. Maybe, I don't know. So, but, it's important that you know that part and that you're also in perfect sync with the drums. Generally speaking, if the drums isn't playing, the bass isn't playing either. So, we talked earlier about the whole notes and the quarter notes and, the 16th notes. And it's really, really important that you focus on what the bass and the drums is doing there. And if it was just a matter of playing whole notes or quarter notes, life would be simple. But many times on songs, it's kind of a mishmash of different rhythm patterns. And I'll give you an example here. Let's just say that you're playing a song and it's 4/4 times, but it's not quarter notes. This is quarter notes. 2, 3, 4, you're playing every note. A lot of times it's more complicated than that. Let's just say it's got like a couple of quick eighth notes at the front of the measure and then one quick, and then a pause and then one at the end. Something like this, like, okay, so it's like 2 quick eighth notes and then hold, and then that last note, that last note is the last eighth note on that. And so why is it so important to do it exactly like that? Well, if you've been practicing the song, you're practicing to learn it like the track, that's exactly what the kick on the drums is going to do. That drummer, he's going to hit the kick and it's going to go pow, pow, pow. And if you're playing the exact same thing, it just really meshes and sounds amazing. And if you're kind of all over the place, maybe you're playing the opposite. Maybe you're playing bump and then bump, bump at the end because you've kind of got it backwards. It just does not sound great. So, pay attention to those rhythm patterns and what the drums is doing because, more than anybody, the drums and the bass, they're kind of the glue there. And, you need to be really together for that. Okay? A couple of little odds and ends that I'll throw in here at the end is what do you do when you mess up? It happens to everybody. I don't know anybody that I've ever played with that occasionally doesn't miss a note or something. And the biggest thing to remember is don't overreact and go crazy about it and, pout and, don't shake your head and roll your eyes and all that stuff. For most of the people out there listening to you, some of them can't even tell a bad note from a good note. And the ones that can, they usually can't tell who it is. Even, I have a pretty good ear, but when I hear a Sarah note, it's like, I'm not even sure, was that the keys? Was that the bass? But, if the bass player's over there, like having a conniption fit, it's like, oh yeah, it must've been the bass player. So don't do that. The main thing is, don't let the last bad note affect the next note. Just get back in there as quick as you can and stay on top of it, okay? So just some friendly advice. And the last thing that I want to talk about here is the bass itself. everybody knows on the worship team, I'm pretty sure, that the bass is the coolest instrument up there. And as the bass player, that might make you the coolest person on the worship team, or so you think. Definitely doesn't apply to me, but maybe it does you. But, it's really important that we all remember that, we're just one part of the body of Christ. And even though we may be up front, and even though we're holding a really cool bass, what we're doing is no more important than the person working in the nursery, or teaching the third grade kids. I mean, in many aspects, it's probably not near as important. So the main thing is, to stay humble and to keep that humility about it. In the words of the pop song, it's all about the bass. Well, actually, it's all about the Jesus. So just keep that in mind and stay humble, my bass friends. All right, peace out.